Oh god, is this chapter 7? Admittance to authorize, keep out. This just might be chapter 7. There's some fancy new loading screens I'm not used to. Seems like a new chapter type of deal, but I could be wrong. Oh. It's not a new chapter, just a loading screen. Gotcha. So where's our potato friend? Did the potato friend really... Did the crow really make its way in here somehow? That seems hard to believe. Gameplay story segregation. The game doesn't have real plot conveyance. 1 out of 10. It's not realistic enough. Ooh. Funky music. Caution. Do not lean on railing. I'm leaning. I get it. It's death water, but... Oh! So, the fact they actually have these signs here leads me to believe this is where humans normally live. So, that's why they have the signs here. Woo! You see, that time it's okay for there to be a little bit of not railing there, because it sort of shows... Also didn't give me an achievement where it totally could have been like, you should have followed the sign. You see there, it's just one piece of no railing, and it's kind of like a funny reminder that yes, it can kill you if you really want to know for sure. That's okay, it's just if the whole thing had no railing. I mean, it mentions the railings though, so it kind of has to have a railing. Sorry, I'm not yawning because the game is boring, I'm yawning because I just sometimes yawn. It's just a thing I do sometimes. Oh god, I don't trust it. Alert, go back, go to safe. Go where it's safe. Near the sign of danger. Okay, so, is there any way I can cheese this? See, doesn't this look white enough to you? I feel like it needs to be super black to indicate that you can't portal on it. This is not black enough for my tastes. I'm sorry if I'm being a bit racist here, but, this is too white. You're too white! You should be portalable, white man! If you're white, then, I don't know if you could argue this is kind of gray, but I think gray is white enough to be portalable. I don't care, you call me racist all you want, I'm gonna be racist. This shit is too white. It's not black enough to not be portaled. I used the proper negatives, right? It's black enough to be portaled. No, it's not black enough to not be portaled. I think that's correct, even if you take away both negatives. It's not correct anymore. Isn't that wrong? It's not black enough. It's white enough to be portable. No, I think that's correct. It's just you gotta negative out the negatives. Anyways, the point is... Wait, it's not black enough to be portable. Anyways, I'm getting my negatives all confused. Because you think, usually the way I think of it is, a negative counts as a negative. When you take away all, like, 2 negatives at a time, it works. But I think I've just run into a situation where that's not the case. And it can just, kind of just blew my mind a little bit. Because usually if you take out both knots, then you should get a Caleb. I mean, then you should get a positive. But that seems to be not always true. And it's blowing my mind a little bit. Can I get over there somehow? I don't see anything white over there yet. Is this portable? Thank you. Okay, what do we got over here? Got a way in? Only a glimpse? Or can I actually get in there? I can actually get in there, and I probably am supposed to. But let me just take a look around first. We got a door. We got another door. This goes on for a ways, and it gets really black over here. But you see, it's not actually black, it's just, you know, dark because of the shadow. So I don't know if this is actually white, or if this is actually black. Seems like this is just a bunch of world building. What I mean is, all this extended pathway doesn't lead to anywhere. Like, that's the correct way to go. But you can't always only have the correct way to go, otherwise there'd be no exploration, there'd be no trying to figure out where you have to go if there's only one way to go. So it's perfectly understandable. Anyways. And now we're inside. Hooray! Portals are fun. So, I see. We could have just, you know, opened the door the old-fashioned way, but apparently not.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science.
What?
Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
What the fuck? That was awesome, by the way. That was hilarious, and I loved it. 2 new voices? And the name Carolyn. Is that the name that said, remember the name Carolyn? From the robot dude? I don't remember. I know the name started with a C. I'm not sure if it was Carolyn or not. It wasn't Chell, though. That's fascinating. So this is like... We just entered like a hidden underground bunker. And he said like... Aperture... Science... Innovators... Whoa! I don't like that quaking. Fascinating. So this is like... What, like the old Aperture building maybe? Like the thing up top is the regular one being used nowadays? Well, sort of, but I think even that was destroyed. Maybe this was the first or an earlier version of the Aperture thing before it went crazy. And they had to relocate up there, and then it went crazy and just everybody died, possibly. So we're going to go through a new bunch of tests, but they're going to be enunciated by the old enunciator, who is very enthusiastic about the American spirit. And there's a pair of them. There's a guy and a girl. You see, before, it's always sounded just like random robotic voices. But here... Yeah, before it was random robotic voices, I think, and either GLaDOS or the new guy who was testing for the newer things in place of GLaDOS. But I think in both cases it's a robot, and it's not like a real person. I think this is from like the older version. These are real people who did these announcements in the past for these early tests, and we're just hearing the recordings. Interesting. I want to hear more of them. I'm excited, because those, especially the guy, he sounds fun. And also that name, Carolyn. I'm not sure if that was the name the robot said for me to remember or not, but... Alright. Ah! I'm surprised we haven't run into Potato GLaDOS yet. That's got to be coming up kind of soon, right? Maybe not. Maybe we'll have to get through a few tests first. So I guess no beating around the bush, we'll just go. I don't want to walk under that, that seems dangerous. And of course I walk in under it the other way. So I just go in there and then I'll do my first test. Is that what's happening here? Aperture Science Innovators. The guy said the girl was the lifeblood of the place though. So what does that mean? Okay, that... I've learned my lesson by now. I can portal up there, right? Yeah. Still seems kind of awkward, but it makes sense now because it's the 3rd time we've done it. Alright, where are we? We're up here in the Raptors. The opposed to the Blue Jays? I don't watch much sports ball. I'll watch that DBZ League all day, every day. But, or like regular sports? Nah, man. What's a sport? Karate? Is that a sport? Okay, if I jump down from here, it's not going to land me in the correct spot, is it? Oh, there's plenty of stuff here. I could totally momentum over there if I had to. Seems like I might have to. Yeah, and there's like a spot right down there. And so, if I throw one over here... Oh, just a little bit to the... And then I jump down here. Yep! Oh, I love momentum. It's my favorite part whenever we get to do momentum puzzles. And I knew it would happen too, because it's just so much white everywhere, and that's what I love. When there's white everywhere, it just gets my mind juices flowing. Main lift. Alright. Notice. Please excuse the inconvenience. This elevator is out of service until forever. 1111. 1112. 1113. 1114. 1115. 1337. 6969. Alright, I've tried everything I can think of. Do we just portal in there? How do we get in here? This is where we're going, right? I think this is where we're going. I don't see a way in here. Is this not where we're going? Thought for sure we were going in these doors. We're going over there? No, we can't portal over there. Now I'm a little stumped. We're up here and I don't know what to do. Am I missing something obvious? Oh, welcome to the future of tomorrow. It's such a shame because they end up leading the world into ruin. Probably without knowing. I know they lead this whole place into ruin. Maybe they lead the world into ruin? Or is that just Half-Life's fault? Because I believe this is the same world as Half-Life. So, and I know there's like Black Mesa or whatever. And I know they fuck up things, so I don't know if it's Black Mesa's fault or if it's like partially Black Mesa and Aperture and it's kind of both their faults. I don't know. Who's more to blame? You decide. How do we get in here? Am I missing something? No? Shoot. Am I thinking too simple-minded? Okay, let me go back up there again. I feel like I just worked my butt off getting up here, though. Like, wasn't this the point? You can't normally get up here? Now I feel silly. Maybe I have to get up there somehow. Because I feel like that would be there for a reason. So, like, we'd use that over there. Let me try this. Alright, let's go up here. Maybe, I think that is where we have to go. Maybe we have to, like, open it up. Open up the door. Maybe we open the door over there? Possibly. Okay. So, where was that incline? Because we're going over there, which means we need to go on the incline over here. And then maybe if we go down here, we'll get over there. Let's hope this is right. Excuse me while I, you didn't see anything. This is really embarrassing. That's extremely embarrassing. Okay, that's much better. I swear this never happens. Okay. Okay. This would be when 3 portals would be really nice. I mean, because 3 portals, it's not like you'd be able to... I don't know, would that break the game at all? It would just make things more convenient, wouldn't it? To have 3 portals? It would make it a little easier now that I think about it. It wouldn't just be convenient, it would actually make it easier in a few places. But this is a place where it would just be really nice. Anyways. Okay, we're over here now. What do we do over here? Oh. I thought there was going to be a button and we'd have to go in there. Well, never mind. I was thinking wrong all along. I felt impressed with myself when I figured out I could go over there, and it turns out I just go in here. Fancy!
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Do I get to choose? Both options sound so appealing. Oh man, so he said follow the blue line for repulsion gel and follow the yellow line for fighting an army of mantises. Something tells me the army of mantises aren't here anymore. Or maybe they're part of the reason this place is extinct. Maybe they are here. Something tells me they're on. That's fun though. For science! I love this guy's all about for science though. He's way more enthusiastic than Then GLaDOS, but that's part of GLaDOS' charm. But also then regular generic GLaDOS replacement from the beginning of the game. I love him a lot. I want to say I know his voice from somewhere. I wouldn't be able to place it. But if I heard it somewhere else, I might... If you told me who it was, if you told me the name of a character this person did also, because I doubt I know the actor's name, I might be like, oh yeah, I know this guy. But whoever he is, he's doing a great job. So that's great. We got a telephone. Ring, ring, ring. I'm looking for a blue and yellow line, though. Welcome, test subjects. Please sign in with the receptionist before proceeding to the lounge. Okay, so this is when they actually... Test subjects probably were volunteers. And, like, it's something like, they got paid money to do this or something. That kind of test subject. Whereas it seems like in the future they started, like, abducting people or taking abandoned kids off the street and making them into test subjects. So they got a lot darker and shadier. These are their humble beginnings, I suppose. Oh, is that him? Is that the guy? Oh, man. I'll look at that in a second. Oh, this looks nice. This is probably Chell's nicest look of the outside so far, considering she was, like, abandoned or whatever. Cave Johnson. I think this is him. I think he said his name, but I don't remember it. I just remember the Carolyn. God, he looks so perfect. And creepy, honestly. I wouldn't want to run into him in an alley. Wait, that's a potato. Right? That's totally a potato. Spirit of Idaho. Let's zoom in on this. National Potato Board for the Promotion of Potato Science is 1955. Okay, and what's this? Cave Johnson, shower curtain salesman, aperture fixtures. He's moving up in the world. From shower curtain salesman to science. He's probably just the spokesperson, but does a good job at it. U.S. Department of Defense Constitutor of the Year, runner-up 1952. U.S. Department of Defense of the Year, runner-up 1954. Oh, runner-up, that's gonna piss him off. Top 100 applied science companies, Aperture Science. The Up Pioneer Press, local entrepreneur buys salt mine. The future is here and it's under the Earth's crust, says Science Maverick. So is this guy like a crazo who's tried a whole bunch of shit and keeps trying stuff until something sticks? And I guess this was his big break, but he bought off more than he could chew. The Science Business Institute of America. Of course it's of America. He's got such an American voice. I love it. Best new science company, Aperture Science, in the year of 1947. So Aperture got invented in 47, it seems. But then he got 2 runner-up awards in 52 and 54, which means, oh, okay, so maybe he invented Aperture and it was a really big break for him. But then he started to stall up and go nowhere with it, which is when he started to do the really shady shit, like with the new facility, maybe? This is fascinating. This is some really nice world building. Stuff like this, just finding this stuff in the corner, this is super cool world building. You don't actually have to exposition dump at you. You just get to see stuff like this, and you can look at it and find out the plot that way. I actually really like shit like that. It's a lot of fun. In games like this especially. I mean, there are some games where it's just all going to be plot, 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 plot. But, you know, when you're not a plot, 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 plot game, it's really nice to reveal the plot in ways like this. I love it a lot. It's great. Anyways, let's move forward.